What's up, Wargamers? Welcome back to World of Wargaming. Today, Rob is in the house. We've got something new to present to the group. Today, we're going to be playing a game of Dead Gods, which is a very inexpensive, very short rule set that I recently stumbled across while I was browsing through Wargame Vault. There is a video where I talk about it a little bit more in depth. Check out the link in the corner if you'd like to see more about that. Also, if you'd like to help support the channel a little bit, check out, smash those buttons, like, share, subscribe, notify. Check out the links in the description, and let's go take a look at the board and talk about this scenario and how this is going to work for our first game of Dead Gods. What's up, friends? So Rob is over. We're going to play a game of Dead Gods. This is going to be our board. You can play on a 3x3 or a 2x2. We're playing on the 3x3. We've got our 5 objectives, which are placed around the board. The first one goes in the middle, and the others have to be at least 6 inches away from other objectives, as well as 6 inches from a table edge. Now, while the rules do not mandate it, we have opted to generate our list randomly by rolling a dice on the different types of characters you can have. And the teams we're playing are the teams that we ended up with, and they actually both ended up rolling with the 2 points you have to pay for your leader to come out exactly to 30 points by doing it randomly. So we're going to go with it. So our deployment is 3 inches from our respective table edges. The objective of the game is the first player to get 3 of those relic objectives off the board. We are all set up. Our skirmishers have a little bit of a lead because they have scout, an ability which gives them a 6-inch deployment instead of the normal 3. Over to all of Rob's friends. So we're going to start off the game in the round with an initiative roll. I got a 1. Rob got a 6. So Rob gets to elect a model, and then he's going to roll 2d6, and he's looking to have dice that are equal to or less than their activation value.
I am going to choose my relic hunter right here because there's a relic right there.
Relic hunter.
It makes sense. 6.
So a 2 and a 4, and then what's his activation?
It is a 3.
So you've got 1 success,
Yep.
1 failure, so he'll get 1 action.
Excellent.
This is the part of the game that's very, very reminiscent to me of Song of Blades and Heroes. I'm going to try to activate my knight. He is activation 4. So I will also get 1 activation. He has a movement of 6. We're going to move up towards that relic. Activation 3, going for the peasant for Rob.
1.
1 activation.
So move up 6.
Moving up through. So the skirmisher has Grateful. I got 1 activation on him. So with that, we're going to go 3, 3, and 2 with his 8 inches over to that objective. Quick, fast. He can do that because he has Graceful, so he ignores rough terrain, which is what climbing would be. Ghost Warrior gets a single activation. I'm going to move up 6. So here I failed to roll any successes for my activation, which means the peasant is unruly. He doesn't do anything, can't activate. And with the witch, we have our first full activation of the turn, of the game. So 1 and 3 on that roll. He gets 2 actions. We'll see what he does.
About 12 inches right there.
Gonna make the double move to right there. She has shadowy, so when she's in cover, which she is behind the crates, she does not grant line of sight. Now, in this situation against my team, I don't really think it matters because I don't have anybody with range. The peasant has inspired my relic hunter to also be unruly. Next, we're activating who for you, Rob?
My last dude, the skirmisher.
Skirmisher.
So 1. He'll get 1.
1 activation. High Priest will get a single activation with which to move this way. And we'll go to the next turn. Because I activated last, I will go first in the next round. Gonna try to activate my skirmisher. He gets 2 activations.
You've done it.
Let's go. So I want to try to pick up this relic. So I need to roll 1d6 and have a 1, 2, 3. I pick up the relic, so I have the objective. Now, while I'm carrying the relic, my movement is halved. So my normal movement of 8 goes to 4. Now with that 4 and being graceful, I can still climb down this son of a gun.
Yeah.
So we're gonna boop, right down to there with our relic.
Activate the skirmisher.
Rob gonna activate the skirmisher, who is within 4 inches of the the witch,
Yeah, you know.
who has the leader rule, so they get -1 of their activation rolls. Now we're understanding this as it is an effect to a modifier to the dice roll.
Yep.
So we're gonna roll these dice.
So it should be 2 activations.
So he's got 2 activations. Now this would have passed regardless, but technically this would read as a 1 and a 2. So if he had rolled a 4 there, that 4 would have been -1 to 3, and then counted as an activation. So double activation for the skirmisher. Skirmisher, climb it up parkour style to grab that relic. Looking for a 3 or less. 1 picks it up. My peasant will then double move to a slightly forward position. Ghosty gets only a single activation, so it moves up 6. So Knight moves up, gonna try to pick up this relic. He does not pick up the relic.
Take that.
So apparently my peasant was sending messages to Rob's peasant, and now there's a peasant revolt because now his peasant has become unruly. So my high priest activates 2 activations, makes it over to scoop up that relic, which double moves up to the relic. My relic hunter remains unruly. Rob's relic hunter at least will activate. It gets 2 successes. To activate, it will move to the relic and then fail to pick it up. Womp womp. Rob has the first activation, and he's going to try to activate his witch.
Here we go. 1.
1. Trying to pick up the relic. Picks up the relic at least. That's good. So I've got 2 activations with my knight. He's going to move and then charge.
Yep.
So now that I've charged, when you charge, you get a melee action and then it ends your activation. So I'm going to roll a dice, and I'm looking to be my battle stat or less. Now I have the relic guardian rule, and since there's a relic within 3 inches of me, even though he's holding it, I get -1. So I'm looking for a 5 or less here.
That'll do it.
So that will hit. At that point, he gets to roll his defense.
My defense is a 2.
2, so no wound. But regardless of that, he will be pushed back 1 inch. 1 activation for the Ghost Warrior.
My little dude.
Gonna pitter patter on up board. Relic Hunter remains unruly. He is real mad because he thought that he was going to be leading this hunt, and then right before they left, they put the knight in charge, Sigvald, and he is just mad petty about it. Peasant will get a single activation, which he will use to move up to his knightly lord with the coconut shells. So Relic Hunter has scored 2 activations. First one will grab the relic. So I can't see her because she's shadowy and because my peasant's in the way. But I can see the ghostly fellow. So I'm going to do a full shot. 12-inch range on my fire staff. So I need a 2 here. That is not a 2. Activating the skirmisher. Unruly. Activating my skirmisher. He gets 1 action, so he's going to move back towards the table edge. Into the next turn, where I will have the first activation. Going to go with the knight, who will have 2 activations. So I have 2 actions, and once you charge and swing, that ends your activation. So I'm going to take a focus shot on the wizard.
Witch.
The witch.
Which with a Y.
So I need a 2 or less here. No. And then I'm going to charge.
Stop. I'm just a
Push in.
little guy.
All right. So here we need 5 or less. That is a hit. He gets to roll his defense. Oh, and dodges it out again.
She's scared for her life.
He will then push away.
Which, 3s, -1s, we'll get to it. So 1.
1. Single activation. Relic Hunter finally decides to perform an action, which is great because the rest of the crew was starting to call him a nickname that was very similar, but Hunter started with a different letter. Ghosty Boy charges Sigvald, the knight. Look for 3.
No.
That is a miss. The peasant will charge the witch. pitchfork and torch in hand. All right, 2 or less. Nope. Activating his peasant.
Give me doubles. No, just the
Single activation. Moving up 6. Would be rough to go through the brush.
right there.
Okay.
Perfect.
So I am going to move my 3 inches because I'm carrying a relic, and then spend one of my 2 momentum to get an extra 3 inches, so that I can get a shot off at the skirmisher.
Roll that 1.
So I need a 1.
Do it. Kill me.
Nope. Plink.
Would have been good.
Skirmisher gets a single activation, with which it will go down to the bottom. My skirmisher is unruly.
That he'll spend his 3 to go this way, like the hero he is.
Single activation,
Yep.
falling back 3.
No minus because you didn't move.
Correct.
It's just-
Relic Hunter has a pretty clean shot on the Ghost Warrior, so we're going to take that with his 1 activation. That's a hit.
Blam!
So you get to roll your defense.
3
Passes.
all day.
Rob's peasant will be charging my peasant.
The ultimate battle. A battle of wills.
Knight gets 2 activations. Gonna try to pop a shot into the ghost, and then charge into him maybe.
Kill me.
That pop shot misses. The charge and the swing misses. My skirmisher makes it off the edge. Ghost Warrior gets a single activation, and he will use it to charge the knight.
It's a big boy.
Looking for a 3. Hits.
We'll do it.
I got a defense of.
4 or something.
I don't know what that is. Defense 3. Okay, so we do get that success. Outstanding.
Bonk.
My peasant's gonna activate and attack his peasant.
No, put
But
the
first
horse-
we're gonna throw a potato at him.
Put the horse poop down.
That misses. We charge and we swing. That misses. Last activation of the round, Rob burns momentum on the Relic Hunter to get him off the board. At that point, I'm gonna shake Rob's hand because
It's hard
there's
to catch.
there's no way for me to catch those 2 models. Like this guy being unruly the whole game did not help. But first time playing the game, I enjoyed myself. Rob, thank you for coming and playing as always, and thank all of you for hanging out with us while we played some Dead Gods. Hope you have an absolutely amazing rest of your day.